Hey, booze. Hey, it is your girl, the Rising Phoenix Empath, coming at you from Maryland, and I want to welcome you to today's spirituality segment. And today's topic is Reiki. And no, it's not demonic. Let's get into it. Okay, Reiki is a form of energy healing, all right? And the premise behind Reiki is that we know that science has proven around every living organism is an energy field, okay? And around the human body, the chakras are those energy fields, okay? And the chakras, which are there are 7 of them, represents a body system or a major organ, okay? The crown chakra represents the pituitary gland, which is in the spiritual sense, gives you your connection to Most High, your connection to God, your connection to spiritual things. Physically, it regulates every other organ in the body, every other system. It regulates, sends out hormones for your thyroid, for your reproductive system, and for so many other systems, as does your third eye, which is represented by the pineal gland. In a lot of cases, the pituitary gland and the pineal gland are working together to keep certain body systems balanced, right? Then we have the throat chakra. So that's the crown chakra, the third eye chakra, the throat chakra, which represents the respiratory system. Okay, you're breathing. Okay, then we have the heart chakra, which represents the circulatory system. Then we have the solar plexus, which represents the digestive system. And then we have, that's above the navel. Then we have below the navel, the sacral chakra, which represents the reproductive system. And then we have the root, which is the bottom of the feet. And that represents the nervous system, your balance, your ability to hold it all down and together. And the premise of energy healing is that illness manifests in the spiritual body prior to manifesting physically. We don't just wake up one day sick. So we acknowledge and we deal with those spiritual things that we cannot see, so that we do not get ill, right? We deal with those stressors and those hurts and those pains so that we don't get high blood pressure, right? And kill our heart chakra, and kill our heart and develop cardiovascular disease due to high stress. That's an example of it. You just don't wake up one day with heart failure. It is a process that starts spiritually, and you have to deal with those emotional things, those emotional triggers, the unseen, so that it doesn't manifest in the physical. It's very spiritual. It's not a religious thing, right? Although when I do Reiki, and this is just me because it's not tied to any specific religion, right? And although the Buddhist culture Reiki does have origins with the Buddhist culture. It was created in that culture. It's not tied to a deity. It's not tied to a religion. But me, myself, I do pray because of my beliefs, my spiritual belief systems. I pray to the utmost high God, and the utmost high God I pray to is Jehovah. I pray to Yahweh. I pray to Yeshua, Jesus. That's who I pray to. And I ask him to use me. And I'm acknowledging, as does Reiki, the principles of Reiki acknowledges that the healer is not the healer, but simply a vessel being used to heal. Right? And the energy knows where to go. You're not directing the healing, right? As the practitioner, you're not directing the healing, but you're laying on of hands. And for me, I'm acknowledging utmost high God when I do this. And I'm acknowledging that this power isn't coming from me, and that I'm thankful for this energy. And I'm laying hands, and the energy's going to go where it needs to go. Okay, because as the practitioner, you don't even know where the energy needs to go. You'll feel it in the heat. You'll feel the heat, and so you know that there's an issue here. You might not know exactly what, but the energy knows exactly what to do. Okay, that's just a really short synopsis of what energy healing is and what the chakras are and how they're aligned to the physical body, and why I know that this thing is not a demonic thing. Open heart surgery was not invented by a Christian, yet we're getting it. We're allowing these doctors to operate on us who are not saved, who do not declare God, who do not give honor and glory to God as the healer. They are taking full responsibility as being the person responsible for your healing. Yet we don't allow that to stop us from going to these doctors. Every doctor you go to ain't saved. Every doctor you go to ain't giving God the glory. Does that make them demonic? Are you still going to go to them? Does that mean God still ain't using them? Because God still uses them to bring forth healing in spite of what their belief systems are. So for me, it's about intention. Everybody has good and bad intentions, and everything that was created, good and bad, can be used for good or bad. So it's all about intention. Cannabis is a prime example of that. Cannabis has profound healing properties, but it's been abused for so long, and it has a stigma attached to it that people just think that it's only, for people to get high. When in reality, this thing has helped people to be cured from cancers, and I've seen children with autism who were starving to death begin to eat, right? Upon taking cannabis. So it's like it's medicine, and God created it. And just like everything, energy, God created it. And my ideology is in Genesis 1:26-28. God gives us dominion over the earth and every creeping thing on it, right? That includes the seen and unseen, which means the sun isn't on the earth and the moon isn't on the earth, but the energies from them are on the earth. And because of we get that energy from the sun on the earth, something called photosynthesis happens with the growing of plants, right? I hope I pronounced that right. I don't think I did, but you know what I mean, right? So photosynthesis is something that takes place when the sun comes up, and there is a certain energy that hits the plants that allow these plants to start to grow, right? And so without the sun and without the moon, without those energies that come from these things, we would fail to live and thrive. And so this might not be your realm of expertise. This might not be your gifting, but stop calling healers who understand spiritual things, who understand the seen and unseen, and understand their authority as it pertains to the dominion and authority that God himself gives all people. He gives us the authority over the earth and the authority over every creeping thing on it, including but not limited to energy, dark entities, and demonic spirits. Yes, we have authority because God's word says that we have dominion, but because we're ignorant and we don't know, we demonize certain things. And this, again, might not be your area of expertise, right? Stay in your lane and operate in your own field. But for those of us who were called and chosen to heal and to do this thing, and we understand the law and the rules set forth and given by the utmost high God, let us operate in our giftings without judging us and calling it demonic, right? God is using the chosen ones for such a time as this. I hope this was enlightening. I'll do more videos on this if there's an interest. All right. Happy Saturday and have a good day.